Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Newsbrowse News broadcast. South Korea has announced its decision to remove the China-Taiwan label from its electronic arrival system, a move that comes after protests from Taiwan. According to a foreign ministry official speaking on Tuesday, Seoul plans to eliminate the last point of departure and next destination fields from e-arrival cards, which currently list the island nation as China, Taiwan. Taiwan will, however, remain listed simply as Taiwan in the country and region field. This change is being implemented after Taiwan altered South Korea's name in its own immigration system from Korea to Korea, South, as a reciprocal measure. Taiwan had set a deadline of the end of this month for Seoul to address the labeling issue, threatening further corresponding steps. Seoul's foreign ministry official clarified that the decision was not a direct response to this deadline, but rather an effort to streamline the system, enhance convenience for Taiwanese visitors, and align with the existing paper arrival card format, which already excludes these specific fields. The Ministry of Justice is overseeing the procedural aspects of this change. It is also reported that Taiwan is expected to revert its change to Korea in its foreign residence certificates. The removal of the two contentious fields will apply universally to all countries. South Korea and Taiwan have maintained unofficial practical ties since Seoul established formal diplomatic relations with mainland China in 1992. The FBI has concluded that the March 12th attack on Temple Israel in West Bloomfield, Michigan, was a Hezbollah-inspired act of terrorism. According to UPI, Jennifer Runyon, the FBI special agent in charge of the Detroit field office, stated on Monday that evidence shows the attacker, 41-year-old naturalized U.S. citizen Ayman Ghazali, was motivated by Hezbollah's militant ideology. Ghazali drove a truck laden with gasoline and fireworks through the synagogue's front doors, engaged in a firefight with security, and died from a suspected self-inflicted gunshot wound. Authorities revealed that Ghazali sent 19 videos, photos, and messages to his sister in Lebanon on the morning of the attack, expressing his commitment to violent action, references to martyrdom, and threats against what he called the largest gathering of Israelis in Michigan. He began planning on March 9th, purchasing an AR-style rifle and fireworks after being turned down by other sellers. His brother was reportedly killed in a March 5 airstrike in Lebanon, linked to Hezbollah. The FBI confirmed there is no evidence of co-conspirators or an active threat to the community. TBS News, DIG reports that 3 United Nations peacekeepers have died in southern Lebanon amid intensified fighting between Israel and the Shiite organization Hezbollah. On March 30, 2 Indonesian peacekeepers belonging to the UN Interim Force in Lebanon, UNIF al-O, were killed in an unexplained explosion, with 2 other personnel injured. This incident follows the death of another Indonesian peacekeeper the previous day, also due to a projectile explosion. Jean-Pierre Lacroix, the UN Undersecretary General for Peace Operations, confirmed the casualties. UNIF al-O strongly condemned the attacks, stating that intentional attacks on peacekeepers are a serious violation of international humanitarian law and may constitute war crimes. The Indonesian Ministry of Foreign Affairs issued a statement condemning the deaths over 2 consecutive days, declaring that repeated atrocious attacks are absolutely unacceptable, and highlighted that ongoing military operations by Israel are putting peacekeepers at serious risk. The Israeli parliament has passed a controversial bill allowing the death penalty for Palestinians convicted in military courts of killing Israelis in terror attacks. The legislation stipulates that the execution, typically by hanging, must be carried out within 90 days. This move has sparked widespread condemnation, both within Israel and internationally, as critics argue that it is inherently discriminatory. They point out that Jewish settlers in the West Bank, whose violence against Palestinians is a growing concern, would not be subject to the same legal framework for terrorism, denying the Israeli state. United Nations human rights experts have also voiced concerns, highlighting the bill's vague definition of terrorism, which they believe could lead to the misapplication of the death penalty for non-terrorist acts and ultimately threaten the right to life of Palestinians. This report is from Xtoga w Terrace Morde Ax.Monasa. This report is from Xtoga Mij Arnest 19 Become. Then Selfhar is. Due to escalating tensions in Iran and the threat to the Strait of Hormuz, a global oil supply shortage is feared. In response, the Trump administration has temporarily allowed countries to purchase Russian crude oil to curb soaring prices, leading nations like the Philippines, China, and Cuba to secure supplies. However, experts interviewed by TBS News dig, such as Toru Nishihama of Daiichi Life Research Institute, caution that Russia's limited production capacity and the conditional nature of these purchases mean no significant improvement in global supply and demand is expected. Furthermore, Akihiro Komaki, former Moscow bureau chief for Asahi Shimbun, notes that Russia is pleased by the high oil prices as it secures crucial revenue to continue its war in Ukraine. President Trump's efforts to control oil prices are, therefore, causing global confusion and unintentionally assisting Russia. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.